Welcome to Ninon Speaks. I'm your host, Ninon de Rosa, and my co-host is AJ Dean. Sit back and enjoy the show.
I just want to say welcome to everyone. Welcome to Ninon Speaks Media Image. My name is AJ D. I'm your co-host, and I want to welcome you to this great show of ours. Ninon de Rosa is here. I just want to read a background of her. Just to let everybody know, I want to welcome DLO also into the building. Ninon de Rosa, award-winning television talk show host, executive producer, spokesperson, and internet personality. Ninon de Rosa presents Ninon Speaks Media Image. Originally from England, Ninon is now prominently known throughout the world and has a natural affinity for growth and success. Ninon has over 20 years of experience in strategic development, in communications and consulting, in public, private, and NGO sectors with a variety of professionals such as producers, directors, entertainers, investors, real estate owners, business owners, foundations, and entrepreneurs. It's amazing, really. She possesses extensive knowledge and experience as executive producer and director of internet television and radio talk shows. Ninon has had the opportunity to interview famous and infamous entertainers, financial executives, real estate brokers, politicians, educational leaders, as well as highly admired entertainers. And it is my great privilege, honor, to introduce the wonderful and only amazing Ninon de Rosa.
That is so funny. Thank you, AJ. But the funny thing is, I'm looking behind me thinking, who is that person? How did all that happen? You know, it's funny in life. You sort of what you've done and you look at it all, and my room is full of awards and everything, and you think, how did all that happen? Well, it happened by concentrating, following your goals, staying very focused. I think that's probably one of the things I would really, really like to say is stay focused on that particular job, which is the main one. And the main one is the one that brings the money in, because that kind of pays for everything. And once you get focused on that, and then all the other little avenues and all the other little things that you want to do, and they're not so little, because a lot of them are very big, and they're probably more what you want to do than focusing on where the money is. But unfortunately, without the money, you can't do the other things. So it's kind of got to get that sort of in line first and then work around it. And that's kind of what I did. But I was lucky. I was a model, did well with modeling. Hey, who's this?
Hey, this is DLO Bear.
Bear, how are you?
How are you?
I'm wonderful. Now you're there, I'm okay.
I like your hair.
Where are you?
London.
You're in London, and what part of London are you located in?
Oval.
Where?
Oval?
Oh, yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that very, very well. Let me turn this phone down. So what are you into? Are you into acting, or what are you doing? What are you up to?
I did some acting, but I'm mostly like a dancer, event promoter, agent, teacher. I do all of that.
You do all of that. I'm just turning my phone off because I didn't do it before, so I'm a naughty girl. You see, these are the things that teach you, because I got to learn myself, I guess. Turn the phone off. So you're really, how old are you?
47.
47, and you still want to be a dancer. You sound like you're never going to lose your dream, ever.
I call myself a dancer, but I'm more like a promoter now. I'm the guy behind the scene now.
So you're behind the... Hey, where are you originally from?
Well, I was born in France, but I grew up in the US, but West Indian from Guadeloupe.
Okay, because you've got that accent. I have accent there.
It's a weird, funny accent, I know.
It's not a funny accent. It's your... It's lovely. Own it. Yeah. You know,
Thank you.
Own it. It's yours.
Thank you.
That's my first lesson to you. Don't ever put an excuse. That's yours. And enjoy it, own it, and celebrate it. Okay?
All right. Thank you.
Regarding your dancing, your dancing is kind of, were you teaching dancing now, it sounds like?
Well, I'm teaching dancing yet at the moment because of coronavirus, so I have to do classes in the park, you know, open space at the moment, but my main thing is mostly like organized like festivals and competitions.
Okay. would you like to learn from me? How can I help you in a place where you're not quite sure of?
Well, it's more about the networking. It's more about the how you call it. I can make it use the bigger picture. I can make it worldwide. I already know how to do that, but it's more like like how to make it more commercial. You know.
Yeah. Okay. So what you need to do, you need social media.
Yeah.
You've got to do that. Now, remember one thing, that once you go into all this, it's a lot of work. It just doesn't get onto social media. It doesn't get that way. You have to do it yourself. I do a lot of social media myself because I want to know it's out there. And you've got to make sure, go onto Zoom. We're on Zoom right now. So start doing teaching on Zoom.
All right.
You can easily do that. Well, I don't know how easy, because dear sweet darling AJ, she's my co-host, and she kind of puts a lot of this together. So I'm quite happy with that, because I have a lot of, I do real estate, I have an antique store, I have a TV show called Vegas Live with Ninon, and now I'm doing this. So I've got 4 things on the table that have to all be attended to. So, you know, I'm a busy lady, but I'm focused on each one when I do each one. But if you put the hard work in there, it's not going to happen. It's not going to say, oh, well, I put myself on Facebook, now everybody should know me. Well, there's billions of other people doing the same thing. Try to get a logo, or try to get something that you say or do that is very different to somebody else. Whether I'm sorry?
I do have one.
You do? Okay, but make sure it's attractive. Make sure own it. It's yours. Make sure everything is yours. But you've got to. If you feel it's good and it's great, it will be. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what you need to do. That's my message to you, because you sound like you're pretty cool anyway. But I think that's what you. AJ, do you have any suggestions for him?
Well, I think DLO is doing a great job. He's an event and dance producer there. I think doing it in the park and outside venues, taking it to different locations, even pop-up. How about pop-up dance events? Would you be willing to do something like that? You know, they have pop-up dance, you know, the Royal Theater. They're very much needed to. The Royal Arts are suffering, I have heard, at this moment in time. So maybe even just make connections with them and say, hey, can we incorporate some kind of interesting theater, music, dance?
Okay. Also, let me interrupt there. Can we help? You say, if you let them know you're going to do it for nothing, which you will, because you're going to get yourself in there first.
Oh,
yeah.
Listen, I understand that you need some, and this is my profession, this is what I do, and I'd love to come in and give my service and help you.
Yeah.
Welcome. Who's this? We got another gentleman on, okay?
We have Sivil Williams. Sivill is a singer-songwriter. I'm happy to introduce him also. He has a new song called Last Dance. It's just come out, and everybody's been voting for that. It's a wonderful upbeat song. Here is Sivil Williams. Hello, Sivill.
Sivill, how are you? Hey,
oh, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. How's everybody?
Everybody's wonderful. We're all coping with this indoor stuff, so that's why we're all doing the Zoom stuff. So you Zoom it.
Oh yeah.
This new media. I mean, I've been very used to you know, audiences and things like that, which I sort of still have, but I'm definitely gravitated to the internet now. Now, Sivill, how can I help you? What is not your problem, but how can we enhance you? We've got a lady here. Okay, go ahead, Sivill.
Oh, yes, I'm here.
Yes, what can I help you with?
Well, promotions. Trying to get my brand launched and get it out there. And my song, right now, it's doing pretty good, and just want to continue to keep promoting my single Dance.
Okay, it will not be seen or heard. Well, not heard. I guess not seen, but heard, unless you put it out there. Now, if you're going to wait for everybody else to kind of, you know, when you send it to people, you ask them to pass it around. Don't rely on any of that, because nobody's going to do your work for you. So make sure you've got it on every single music station, even if it's one that's not that big, because everybody wants to be the big and everybody wants to be out there and big, but you've got to put it on every single platform that you can possibly find. Don't be inhibited by any of them. You're just as worthy as anybody else putting stuff out there if you're not well known. But it sounds like you are well known. Are you well known in London? Are you in London?
Am I in London? No, I'm in Las Vegas.
Oh, you've got to come on my show then, and then we'll promote you. Okay?
Yes.
I have the show called Vegas Live with Ninon.
Yes.
Have you heard of it? Have you heard of it?
Huh?
Have you heard of Vegas Live with Ninon? He's having trouble hearing me.
I haven't set up anything yet.
Okay. No, I said, have you set?
Yes. Let me see something. I'm get off these earplugs.
Okay. AJ, just give him the information of my.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear. Oh, yeah, I can hear you. I was saying you must come on my show and we'll promote your song for you.
That'd be great.
Oh, hi. How are you? You know,
I will definitely do that. I will send you information on Ninon's Las Vegas show.
okay.
Awesome. Awesome.
And then you come on my show, then we'll promote you, and then I'll give you some more advice there, okay? Sivill?
Sounds great.
That sounds good to me.
Yes, I'm here. Sounds great.
I film every Tuesday at the Peppermill from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. But AJ will send you information, and my talent director will get in touch with you and get you on, okay?
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, I'm looking at somebody else came on, and I see a time in the background. Oh, who's that?
That's official Lilblaze.
Hey, little
Lilblaze.
I want to do a special shout out to official Lilblaze. He's the main reason that I know and have been introduced to all the artists and dancers in London. He's a phenomenal dancer, choreographer, and model, and he's a wonderful, wonderful, extraordinary dancer. Official Lilblaze.
You look
Thank you very much.
amazing. Be careful. You're walking around, and we want to make sure we keep you in the picture. Keep your.
I've just come back in from.
Are you undressing? Hey, Lilblaze. Well, let's introduce this other young lady. She came on too. Hang in a second there, Blaze.
Yeah.
Other lady.
This is Sheba Queen of the Night. She's a burlesque dancer, a model, a pinup model, and a performer.
Okay.
Hello and welcome.
Online.
Hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Great. I am so delighted to be on your circuit.
I said, yeah, it is. It's like a circuit, this Zoom thing. We're zooming around all over the world. You know, that's one great thing about the epidemic, which none of us want it, none of us like it, but it does create something else, and it creates the show we're having now.
I know, I love it.
So it's really cool. You keep going in and out. There you are.
Oh.
I've noticed that she has part of the background up. That you're cool. How did you do that? You speaks up there.
Yeah, AJ sent that out so that we could use it as our virtual background, so it looks like we're on the same show.
You have to have a green screen behind you anyway. I have a green screen behind me. If you saw what my office looked like right now, you'd crack up. It's crazy, but it works.
Oh yeah, no, I've become an expert at making a studio right in my home.
Okay, good.
I produce virtual shows too on Zoom. I have a show that I do called Coast to Coast Cabaret, and it's a burlesque variety show. And then on Friday, I have a comedy show that I do called Pussy Tales.
Okay, I like the name. That's a cute name. What made you go into burlesque?
Vaginas.
Okay.
I actually was in the play The Vagina Monologues, and I did that for 10 years. I was a performer, and then I was a producer and a director, and it was very much like a feminist performance art, and a friend of mine who is also a burlesque performer, she cast me in the first play, and she became a burlesque performer, and that's how I was kind of introduced to burlesque. And I just fell in love with it. It seemed like the same type of feminist performance art, only it was more in body positivity and empowerment in your body. And so I kind of fell in love with it, and I've been doing it for 11 years now. Okay,
this doesn't sound like it's X-rated, because people usually, when you use certain words, they go into this X-rated place. This sounds like what you're talking about, that it's more of a feminine thing to allow women to actually do what they would like to do without being put into the X box, as I say.
Yeah, no, I mean, the word vagina, I mean, I'm a sex educator as well, and the word vagina, I think people are like, ooh, but it's, you know, everybody has one, everybody came from one, so it's just a part of life.
It is definitely a part of life, and people should never look down on it, or sort of, because this is definitely a part of life. Where are you from, Sheba?
I used to live in Vegas. I miss Vegas so much. Oh, my heart's in Vegas. I'm originally from San Francisco, but I'm currently out in Florida, in St. Petersburg, which is in the Tampa Bay.
Yes, I know exactly where you are.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I know, Zach. I lived in Florida. I lived in Miami Beach and Bell Harbor for quite a long time. And
come out and have a little cocktail and sit on the beach with me.
Do a show, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let me help you in, Sheba.
Well, I have a show, like I said, this Friday, Pussy Tales, and both Pussy Tales and Coast to Coast Cabaret are shows through my production company, Make It Rain Productions.
Okay.
And it's basically a production company that's been set up to give relief to performers, because this is, you know, a pandemic. This is a crazy time, and a lot of performers have been affected, especially us in live entertainment. And so these shows are basically fundraisers to give money to performers who no longer have their stage. And so I have started Coast to Coast. This is going to be the 6th month. The next show will be the 6th month we do it. We've pretty much been doing it every month since the pandemic started, and we have talent from all over the country.
Can we help you with this? You want to get this out there, so you want to make sure we get your, okay, so we're going to make sure that you get your clipping, and then we'll make sure we put it out there, and we'll put it out on our platform, and what you can do. I'll see how I can do this. Gad, you just put up a background. Your background looks fabulous.
Thank you.
I love that. I love that, because that's you. Is that you?
Yes.
Is that you?
Me actually supporting my own clothing brand as well.
That's your clothing brand? I didn't know you had a clothing brand.
Yeah.
Okay, so now,
I actually have a clothing brand.
Okay, so
how do you put the background?
Are
you doing it?
Who's doing what?
On my iPhone, I clicked on more, and it said virtual background.
Okay.
So you can all try the same thing.
I'll try.
Is Sivill still with us? He's having.
I'm here.
Oh, good. Okay. Okay. Now let's get back to Gad. Now, Gad, how can we help you in your next? Is it with your clothing? Well, I'm sure it's with everything, but because we're in such bad times at the moment. But is it? Can we help you with your clothing line, and how can I suggest things for you?
Right now, it's morely just trying to be able to reach certain places with individuals who really need a way to express themselves at a time like this. I guess
okay.
Everyone's been affected.
So we've got the greatest opportunity right now. Suggested this is for all of you. I don't know where Sheba went, but she's there.
Oh, I'm here.
There you are. You're somewhere. There you are. Okay. This could be for all of you. We have the greatest moment right now, because we're all at home, unless some of us have been asked to come back to the show. I was asked to come back, but it's only one day a week. But the greatest time right now is social media. It doesn't cost anything unless you want to go up, but social media, you've got to learn it. You've got to do it. It's like Sheba said she couldn't do her background, but she could do it on her phone. So she's trying different ways. And since you've got all this time at home, you can't buy time, you can't buy air, you can't buy day, and you can't buy night. You can't buy anything of that stuff. So this is all given to you to use. So use it. Start putting yourself out. You have a GAD. You have a clothing line. Get it onto a clothing internet. Get it on a clothing place wherever your stuff fits. But wherever you put it out, some people say, well, it's too small. It's not big enough. It can, as long as it's out there, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter at all. If you've got a great line, make gimmicks. It doesn't matter where you put it. Just put it. If you want to sell it, sell it. Right?
Yeah.
Facebook.
I guess production's kind of been slowed down from the pandemic, but yeah.
But that's all right. So you can now, if you get orders, everybody knows that everything's going to be a little slower. They all know that. So you don't have to think that if somebody places an order, they want it tomorrow. They all know it's going to take a little time because everything in the world right now, the world is taking time because of that problem. So you get the orders and you send an order in, then you're getting those people to work. And then those people are getting other people to work. And that's how it kind of starts to go around. So when you get orders and you get things, but if you make an excuse that you can't get many at the moment, I'm sure they'd be very happy with getting an order of 6, an order of 10. I'm quite sure you could work it that way and sort of make a deal how you can do that. But don't get this sort of, don't put into yourself, no, I can't do it, it's too small or it's not big enough. That's not for you to judge. That's for somebody else to judge.
Yeah.
Okay. Just go for it. And if they do it, right?
Yeah.
What do you suggest? I love my co-host, so let's hear from her. What do you suggest? We've got them all listening.
I think it's a great idea. I was going to ask Gad, what is the brand name of your clothing? And are you on Twitter? Are you on Facebook? Are you using that for the maximum benefit for exposure for you? Are you?
Go ahead. Go ahead, Gad.
Yeah, Death by Cloth. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with it. Everybody else isn't. The clothing line is called Death by Cloth. It's 50-50 partnership with me and a very close friend of mine. Instagram, we're there. You can find us. Twitter, we've taken it down, but it's in the midst of being reconstructed. But yeah, no, we're out there.
Why is it not on Twitter? If it's on the other one, it should be the same.
It's reconstructed.
Oh.
It's just been, it's under reconstruction, the Twitter account.
Oh, okay. Oh, your Twitter account. Okay. All right. Okay. Because you've got the same, you want to keep it the same for every platform. Don't
Yeah.
It's sort of, it's the name out there. That's your name. So keep it the same every time, that same name. You can have a different sort of look, you know, with the sweater or the what, I don't know how many lines you have, but try to keep it so people know, oh, that's that. And then also the music. If you have music, keep it the same music. Because they hear that music and they, oh, I know what that is. Okay? So if you keep that all together, then they all know, like an example, Oprah Winfrey. We know when we hear that music, oh, that's Oprah Winfrey, whether it's on or not on, but we all relate to her.
Yeah.
So that's what you must kind of all do. All right, let me have a, Gad, let me have a 2-minute, I'd like you to present yourself for 2 minutes of what you do and who you are.
Yeah, sure. So my name is Gad, 27. I'm a professional dancer, choreographer, model, and I'm basically on the current path of setting up my own individual dance company. It's morely to kind of reach out for the kids who have a lot more hard times at home, hard times for expressing themselves. I really want to try and tackle the kids and people that go through depression. Dance is something that kind of helped me really step out of that depression zone. And I feel like being able to educate people and show it to the world, it'd be beneficial for a lot of people. So within myself, I've just taken myself to a level that is,
how can
I
people
would say, was phenomenal.
Dad, how can people reach you?
Instagram, Facebook.
And what name?
Yeah, Facebook.
Name will be,
Instagram.
what name will they be looking for?
It's official Lilblaze.
Okay. All right.
So that's official, and then Lilblaze, Lil Blaze, BLAZE.
Okay, let's go down to DLO. DLO, let's have a couple of minutes of you of what you would like.
I'm trying to set up the background, but it's not. I got an option. I don't know why.
Don't worry about that. Okay. What I would like from you, DLO, I would like to have a couple of minutes of what you want and how you want to get out there and who you are. Okay.
All right. So my real name is David Vilo, aka DLO Bear, the one and only. Like I said to you, Leon, I'm a dancer, but I become a promoter in the UK, and my aim is almost the same as God. I know God. I was with him 1 hour ago. That's funny.
I was a dealer a couple hours ago.
It's true. And well, my aim is to show the world what we do, basically. And because a lot of people call me an event promoter, but mostly like part of the underground world. But I want to make the underground world in the commercial world. So like give opportunities for people what got talent to, you know, make them money and like learn how to. I'm still sorry about that, because me, when I'm talking, I'm not really a talker. I'm more an action guy.
No, you're doing wonderful. But what
it's very hard for me to express myself. I'm more like action.
No, you're doing great.
You're doing great.
Yeah,
I'll try again. So like I said, you know, because I never had the opportunity when I was young to do the things that I love, learn from other people. Right now, I learn from myself to never say no, and make it happen instead of like listening and talking to people, listen to whatever. And I got a lot of beautiful people on my side, all over the world, all over the UK, and let them dance, let myself down. Okay.
So now you'll have more beautiful people dancing with you. We're going to be putting you dancing all over the world. Because
I got more than dance. I got dancers, artists. I got a lot going on. Tattoo artists. Basically, I'm trying to do like a big festival, and I have all that, because a lot of people say this guy is famous, but I know people who's not famous got more like better talent than some people who are famous today.
Okay. All
For
right.
example, this guy God right now.
DLO, how can anybody reach you?
Okay, so you can go on Instagram DLO ENT1.
Okay.
Or my Facebook is same thing, DLO ENT.
Awesome. Okay, let's go over to Sheba. Sheba, just a couple of minutes of how you want to represent yourself and what you want and how you want to get out there and what you need and who you are.
Well, I'm Sheeba Queen of the Night, and I have been a burlesque performer and producer for a little over 10 years, about 11 years now. I have a production company, Sheeba Queen of the Night Entertainment, and Make It Rains Productions. And I produce shows, right now virtual, but I've done shows in the San Francisco Bay Area, in Reno, Nevada, and currently in Florida. And you can find me on all of my socials, my Facebook page, my Instagram, and I also do pinup modeling. And so I have an Instagram that you can follow my pinup modeling that I do, as well as my sex educator page. So you can follow me there as well.
Got a lot going for yourself. That's amazing. Can I ask you just a question? How many burlesque do you have? Just yourself doing it, or do you have a couple of other girls with you that do this?
Ninon, I just got about 2 minutes left, or 3 minutes left, so we need to kind of wrap it up. But I did want to play a video of Gad. I'm sorry to interrupt. Do we have time for that?
Yes.
Okay, can I go ahead and do that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
Sorry, Sheba, but we got you. Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Oh, wow.
That was amazing.
Smoke, yeah. Go beast mode. Ball is so yeah, they think I got the cheat code. I got the cheat code. Spent 2 big G's though. Yeah, bad little bitch, and she came from Puerto Rico. Yeah, she a freak hoe. I don't really wanna fall in love with a freak hoe. Yeah, she a freak hoe. Ballin' so hard, they gon' think I got a cheat code. They gon' think.
Okay.
Now, I say one thing. Where are you? Gad? No, yes. Gad, yes. Absolutely fabulous.